Alhamdulillahi wahdahu wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now, you may not be familiar with me. Well, obviously, I'm Abu Sharqi, and I'm here today just to share some valuable insights with you in regard to your guys' websites, which is commonly the first look from the public on your educational content. Now, we all know how crucial this website is. I'm just here to push you in the right direction, inshallah, if you're feeling a bit stuck, like if your current site just isn't bringing in the conversions from visitor to student like you hoped for. Before we dive into anything, inshallah, let's talk about something incredibly fundamental to your website success: design. Take a moment and look at your current website. I want you to pay really close attention to the design style you're using. Identify this for backgrounds, text fonts and colors, buttons, and any other key elements. And why does this matter so much? Well, this is because visibility is absolutely paramount for a high converting website. If your content isn't easy to see or read, or all your calls to action don't pop, you're definitely leaving money on the table, and Allah knows best. Just think about it. Does your text stand out clearly against your background? For example, imagine a light gray text on a white background. That's almost impossible to read, right? Or bright red text on a dark orange background. That's a painful clash. You want a clear contrast, like dark text on a light background or light text on a dark background. Are your buttons immediately noticeable and clickable? For example, if your Enroll Now button is the same muted color as your background, it just blends in. But a bright, contrasting button like a vibrant green or a bold blue on a neutral page instantly guides the eye, making it clear where to click next. Are there any areas where colors clash or make it hard for visitors to quickly grasp information? For our last example, trying to use a fancy, thin script font like a wedding invitation font for your main course description. Now, it might look pretty, but it's incredibly hard to read quickly. Or having a busy patterned background that makes all your text vibrate and become even harder to read. You want a clean, readable font and background that support, not distract from your content. Your goal with this visual design, inshallah, is to ensure maximum visibility and readability. Make changes where you know it would create better contrast and clarity. This is not just about aesthetics, it's about making sure your visitors can effortlessly navigate and engage with your website. Now let's get to an even more important part, inshallah, which is word choice. Beyond visual design, we have word choice. This is so important because this is the backbone of your website's ability to convert. Your header, subtitle, every single text on your site relies on your words being attractive and easy fitting to what you want to sell. This part is a huge focus of this video here, but stick with me inshallah and I'll show you some quick secrets on how to craft an impactful header all the way to optimizing your frequently asked questions. Our team loves to work on this part specifically because this is the part where you resonate with your audience, speak the truth, and convince visitors to becoming your students, all with Allah's permission. Now, the order of sections we're going to follow, inshallah, is our preferred layout for high converting websites. We've seen many successful online businesses thrive using this specific structure or very similar variations to guide their visitors seamlessly towards conversion. Ultimately, though, this decision is always yours. Now, your header is the first thing people see on your website. It is essential here that you make it as appealing as possible. The header here does 80%, if not more, of the entire work to get people to stay on your site in those initial 5 to 10 seconds of entry. The rule of thumb here is that you have to read this out to yourself after you write it. If you stutter on any words, please rewrite it. This is a famous trick in the copywriting sphere that not many take advantage of. Now, you can keep what you have and just make changes as to what I've mentioned so far, but I highly recommend that you consider some of these copywriting tips that we've gathered for you to benefit from, inshallah. Number 1, get desired result without challenge/fear. For example, get a deep understanding of Arabic grammar without years of frustrating, heedless memorization. Number 2, get desired result in time frame. For example, learn the foundational principles of fiqh in just 6 weeks. Number 3, get desired result and get desired. For example, understand the meanings of the Quran so you can deepen your connection with your salah. Now onto the subtitle. This is the sidekick to our headline. It adds those needed details and clarifies on the headline's broad claim. Think of it as the glue that holds together your headline's promise. It should be just enough to keep our reader engaged and curious enough to scroll down, and definitely 1 to 2 sentences, at max 3, but me personally, I don't recommend that. Based on our examples before, inshallah, we can make matching subtitles with each just so you can get an example of what you need to do with your website. Number 1, interactive, personalized sessions designed to make mastering the foundations of Arabic simple and engaging. Number 2, forget relying on translations. We structure our courses to transform your daily prayer and reflection. And number 3, we design our course ground up to make the practical rulings of Islam accessible and easy to learn. Our next step in this order is now showing what problem we are solving. This is a way of letting them know once again, this problem is here and we can fix it inshallah. Now this part is entirely up to you on your approach, as it can be done in many ways. The most important part here is remembering to emphasize on what they don't have and that you have what they need. On this website here, you'll notice that we've taken a unique yet highly effective approach. Instead of just telling visitors about their problem, we've actively demonstrated the solution. This allows them to visualize their own potential success, transforming their current challenges into a well-rounded experience of what could be rather than what was. It's a powerful way to build emphasis that goes beyond traditional methods. As you can see, we've presented this idea of what could be by showing what we guarantee in the first week, the first month, the first quarter, and their first milestone, as well as a finalizing guarantee to lessen their worries. Okay, so now after telling them their problem, again, their awareness has now been elevated, inshallah, and this makes them a bit more receptive to your solution. Remember, people don't buy products, they buy solutions to their problems. And to sell that solution effectively, you absolutely must demonstrate that you understand their struggles in detail. This visitor wants to know that this isn't just a gimmick, but that you genuinely understand what is wrong and can provide a tangible fix. As you can see on the screen here, we divided what we offer into 3 sections that people can easily identify. Here we have traditional path, doubts protection, and practical application. We listed here the benefits below the initial 3 buttons, the most effective of them being in a different color code to build contrast, as well as the reassurance text below saying that everything is upon the sunnah of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. Okay, now this is the fun part, the demo phase. This phase is all about providing tangible proof that makes your promise real and more believable for your audience. This can take shape in many forms. Maybe it's a live video presentation, a snippet of an actual class demonstration, a walkthrough of your course offerings, or simply showcasing credentials. For this specific example, given our focus on presentation rather than a full page build, we've opted for a more traditional yet effective what I know approach. We simply highlighted certifications to build immediate trust, alongside a dedicated space for a photo of your face to better connect with your audience. Just a quick note, what you're seeing here is for demonstration purposes only. We don't actually hold any of these specific certifications. Next is our testimonials page. And if you haven't noticed the pattern here, we are all trying to build up trust until a very special moment, which will come soon, inshallah. This section is where you showcase what others are saying. You can feature student testimonials highlighting their success, or even staff testimonials praising your program's effectiveness. This is crucial because it creates a powerful sense of missing out for potential students once they've seen what you offer and how you deliver on your promises. Now, if you don't have any testimonials yet, that's perfectly fine. However, it means it's even more important for you to put extra emphasis on the previous demo phase. A compelling and thorough demonstration can effectively compensate for a lack of social proof in this area. Now, with Allah's permission, finally we built up to our funniest part, the most important, pricing. This is perhaps the most significant part after your headline because this is where it makes or breaks your deal. Now, inshallah, we'll go through some common mistakes here in depth more than other areas just to emphasize to you how important this part is. After all, this is the place where conversion is about to happen, inshallah, and how you can fund and keep your program going. Number 1, underpricing. It is a common mistake for dedicated teachers, driven by a desire to help their community and share knowledge, to price their services too low, sometimes even offering them for free. They might feel uncomfortable charging what their time, expertise, and effort are truly worth. While yes, this might be a good thing on one end, it often makes their programs unsustainable in the long run because most people don't have time and resources they can spare to keep their services valuable without proper payment. As a result, teachers can burn out, the quality of their teaching might suffer due to a lack of resources or preparation time, and they can't invest in better tools, training, or marketing. Subconsciously, very low prices can devalue the perceived worth of the education itself in the eyes of the consumer. Even if the knowledge is taught well in a structured manner, people often associate a fair price with higher quality. This mistake ignores the fact that living costs, rent, utilities, and even basic technology for online teaching have all gone up. What a reasonable fee 10 to 20 years ago simply isn't sufficient today. Number 2, flat rate pricing without difference. This is when you offer a single flat fee for all students for all types of classes, regardless of the level, duration, or individualized attention. This is definitely a mistake because it doesn't reflect a proper exchange of value. For example, learning basic tajweed is different from studying a heavier book such as al-Mujrumiyya. A flat rate doesn't reflect the varying value and teacher effort. This lack of tiered options doesn't allow people to have options for different budgets and needs. With this in place, you won't be able to capture higher revenue from those willing to pay for more specialized or personalized services. Number 3, ignoring market rates and competition. This common mistake involves basing prices solely on community norms and personal sentiment, rather than researching what professional online competitors or private tutors are charging in the broader market. Online convenience alone adds significant value for students, often justifying a higher price than traditional in-person classes. This oversight usually stems from an unawareness of the flexibility and numerous benefits that modern online platforms offer with Allah's permission. These benefits include structured curriculums, easy student progress tracking, and around-the-clock support teams, all of which command a higher price tag that students are often willing to pay for enhanced quality and convenience. Finally, we arrive at the frequently asked questions section, aka FAQ. This is incredibly important because it's precisely what people look for after they've seen your pricing and are considering the purchase. The friction involved in contacting customer support and waiting for a response versus simply clicking a drop-down to get an immediate answer is significant. That's why a well-crafted FAQ is key to finalizing conversions. To build this section effectively, you need to put yourself squarely in the shoes of your potential students. Ask yourself, search the internet, consult your peers, and gather as much input as possible on what questions people might have. Remember, the best answers always come from the best questions, and understanding your consumer deeply here will make all the difference. Inshallah ta'ala. Okay, now, inshallah, that concludes our short video here, just to show you some quick benefits you can take on fixing your guys' websites. We love to get in contact with every single one of you, for the sake of Allah, to help you better your programs. Which is why we are offering free consultations for a limited 5 people or more on helping you guys get started with your websites and other ways we can improve your educational content, such as setting up your own complete online learning environment and other tools we can offer, inshallah. If you'd love to contact us for anything, we're always open to help. Just send a direct message to my profile and we'll see what we can do. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون